Hey everyone, it's Sunday, August 26th, and we're just waking up. Addie just had breakfast, and Ellie had her breathing treatment this morning. Um, so yesterday was a good day. We all got to hang out as a family inside the room and be together. And some updates with Ellie. We did see some her almost looking like she's trying to speak. She did start to make some sounds. Her eye contact seems to be much better. It's almost like she's recognizing faces and fixing on those. The other thing is that we've seen her twice now when we've asked her a question, a yes or no question, that she's nodded her head. And so, the doctors say take everything with a grain of salt, but also celebrate the small victories. So right now that is a victory to us, and we're excited just to see movement in positive directions. So she does not like her breathing treatments. One of the things that we saw yesterday is that she got off on her meds. There was some confusion with the doctor in the morning. Wanted to reduce the methadone when we talked about it, and kind of said those are the next steps forward, is starting to wean her off some of these medications. And we decided that instead of every 6 hours, we're going to go to every 8 hours. Somehow that got messed up in the system, and she went a little longer than we would have liked, and she was in pain, and we could see it, and it was hard on it's hard on all of us. And this is something I realized yesterday, is that pain is going to be part of this process, and we are going to have to endure pain, not only physically but emotionally. There's already been a lot of pain, and that's part of this process, and it's part of the healing process, and it's something that I hadn't really thought about before. Today is Sunday, so it's kind of a relaxed day. It's the day of rest, and they don't have OT, PT today. And so things are starting to slow down. Adrenaline is starting to wear off, and I'm starting to realize kind of more of where this has put our family, this event. And so, I've got to spend the last 2 days with Caden, and my focus has been such on the girls. I've been within the walls of this hospital, and my focus has been on them, understanding what they're going through, trying to be there for them, talk to the doctors, the nurses, and do all of that. And I started to realize, this has affected Caden in his life, and he's struggling. He's having a hard time. And so just being able to be with him the last 2 days and just love on him, just take little trips, go outside, walk around. It's been really good. And I can see that there's pain there. And we're going to work through that pain. And we're going to work together as a family. We're going to love each other through it. But it's part of the process. And so it's part of the healing process. So today's the day of Sabbath. And I think this is... today has meant more to me as the day of rest and what that actually means, maybe more than ever in my life. Day of rest to us was grocery shopping and maybe doing some chores around the house and working on some projects and those type of things. But I can really feel God's presence today, just saying, be peaceful, be restful, just be together as a family, and just... everyone keeps telling me it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and I'm starting to see how you can run out of steam, how you start to feel your body, your emotional state, your mental state start to fatigue, and it really is important to rest and just be at peace and let your body just kind of relax. And so that's what we're going to focus on today. We're just going to spend time together as a family. And Addie, this morning I walked just around the corner, not even around the corner, just over to Ellie's bed and had my back to Adeline for maybe 15 seconds, maybe 30 on max. And all of a sudden she turned around and she started to get a little nervous and scared. And I turned around and there she was standing next to her bed. She had crawled out and was standing holding on to her bed. Of course, she's not to the point where she can walk, so then that turned into fear, because now she was out of her bed standing and didn't know what to do next. And that's been a hard part to kind of start to see as well for Adeline, is that she's starting to realize that things that she was able to do, she can't do, and she's starting to be frustrated a little bit with that. And so we'll work through that though, and hopefully her progress will keep just moving as the pace it has, which has been amazing, and everyone has been just amazed by her. So we're hoping the same thing now for Ellie as well. And I do believe it's part of your prayers, everybody that's out there praying for our family, thinking of our family. I think what we're seeing is nothing less than answered prayers. So we thank you for those. It's been interesting for me personally. There's been a few times in my life where you always hear God's voice and you feel like you're in His presence, and but sometimes I'm uncertain, like, am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be there? And just kind of working through those ideas. And these last 2 weeks, there is no doubt in my mind I'm in the place where God wants me to be, with these girls, with our family, and within these walls of the hospital. I don't think God wanted this event. He doesn't want pain. He doesn't want our girls in those beds right now. But for me and where this has taken us, this is the place for me now. So once again, thank you guys for your support, and I encourage everyone to take this day and really let it be the Sabbath and be a day of rest for everyone. So thanks, guys.